Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here. Today we are cleaning the house and doing a little bit of decluttering and organizing. We are in the thick of summer and the weeks here have been absolutely crazy, which I'm sure you can relate to. Having kids home, doing vacations, trying to keep up with daily life routines, cleaning, getting all the things done. It could be so overwhelming, especially when there's nothing more you want to do than just spend time with your kids, enjoying the beautiful weather outside. I hope your weather is nice enough that you can go outside. I know some areas this time of year are so hot you just live in the AC, but around here I love the warm weather. I love the summer and the sun, and our weather has been so nice. We've been able to go outside and just enjoy the sun. Swimming, we've been doing a ton of swimming. We have a little kiddie pool in the backyard that my 3-year-old son loves, and also have access to the pool. We've been to the beach a few times and it has been so much fun. My son has been home with me this whole week. His daycare was on vacation, so getting things done around here was a little bit more challenging. As you'll see in this entire video, he is just right here with me, trying to play and have fun and just so excited. He loves being home, and anytime I try to do some chores, he wants to help me, and it ends up being a game, which I'm here for. It's fun, does make it a little bit more challenging, but if you are feeling that way too, you're in the right place. Let's just get our cleaning done together with our kids right in tow. The week before this, we were away on vacation. We went away to Michigan for my cousin's wedding, and we were away for an entire week. I don't even remember the last time we were away for an entire week. We've gone on trips, but they haven't been like a full week. It's been short and pretty local, nothing really crazy, especially having a baby and a toddler. All that stuff is a lot more challenging. I do want him to grow up traveling and experiencing new things, but that will be a new journey for all of us to go on. So I am still catching up. I feel like I'm catching up on laundry and the house and getting back into our normal routine. We're not fully in our normal routine quite yet because my son has been home. He does usually go to a daycare program every day, and I work full-time from home. This week his daycare, like I said, was on vacation. So we were on vacation when we came back to daycare being on vacation. So my son has not been to his daycare in about 2.5 weeks. And we are just making the most of it, trying to get done all the things that we need to while having everybody kind of on a different schedule. I did work my full-time job throughout the entire time that he was home as well, which works out totally fine. Not like the most ideal, but he's pretty used to me working, and thankfully I have a type of job where I can kind of work around him. And the things that I'm doing, he can just be sitting right next to me. He's 3 years old, so he does do really well with activities. He loves to color and play with Play-Doh. So I set up a whole bunch of different like game stations for him so that he could entertain himself, especially when I had meetings throughout the day. He had some things to do. He loves movies. He will watch TV and movies all day if I let him. Obviously that's not good for him, so I don't. I let him just like watch a movie and then we shut it off, and he has to do something a little bit more movement and physical. Our house is really open, so he's super lucky that he has a little bike in the house, and he has one of those cars, cozy coupe. They're called a cozy coupe. He has one of those that's in our house too, so he can just like ride around our house, and where most kids, they have to do those things outside. He's very fortunate that he can do those types of things too. And then he also plays really, really well with just little like action figures or dinosaurs. He will play for hours just coming up with little games and things. So it works out really well. He's had a lot of fun. I know he is definitely itching to get back to his friends. He keeps asking if he can go see them, which makes me really happy. I love that he loves going and he has friends and has so much fun. So we are definitely looking forward to that. So all that being said, my life has been very different than normal, a little bit more chaotic, and just the routine, my normal routine is definitely off, which is totally fine and expected here in these summer days. How are you doing? How are your summer routines holding up? Do you feel so overwhelmed and ready for your kids to get back into their routines? Have your kids already started school? I feel like I've seen that a few people I think more southern states start pretty early. I'm up north in Massachusetts, and our schools don't start till the end of August. So we've got a whole nother month of summer, which I'm very, very excited for. But leave a comment down below letting me know how you are doing. Let's do a little check-in, and hopefully we can motivate each other through the rest of this summer. So far, we have made my bed and started laundry. I've put some things away in my closet and feel pretty accomplished for this particular day. Now we're moving into my son's room. His room needs a good little cleanup here. He had a cookie that crumbled all over his bed. He likes to have a snack first thing when he wakes up, some kind of like get him going breakfast bar type of thing. So I'm just vacuuming up all the bits that I can because I just changed his sheets yesterday, so I don't want to have to change them again, and it was just a few crumbs here and there. So we cleaned all that up, and now we're going to put his bed back together, and his rug definitely needs a good vacuum as well. Moving downstairs, the dishwasher is clean and needs to be unloaded, so I'm taking care of that right away, and then we're going to do some cleaning here in the kitchen. My son was playing so much in the living room, so I didn't take the time right now to do cleaning in the living room. I did that later on in the evening when he was done. It was just one of those days. He was playing so well and had so many things kind of around the living room that I just wanted to leave it and let him enjoy the time while we were inside. And then later on in the afternoons are when we've been typically going outside. It's still really, really hot, but I feel like the sun isn't as potent or strong as it is like right at noontime. So we've just been waiting till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon to go outside, and I let him swim in his little kiddie pool. He swims so good. He told me he's gonna be a shark and held his breath, and he holds his breath under the water for so long. It is just so incredible how good of a swimmer he is, and he has had no swimming lessons at all. My grandparents have a really nice, beautiful underground pool. It's got a really big shallow end and a really big deep end. That's where I learned to swim too. I just grew up going there, and my son goes there at least once every weekend and gets to swim there too. He is swimming with one of those life vests right now there because he can't touch in the shallow end or the deep end. He can only touch like on the second step. I think there's 3 steps down. And so he swims really, really good with that. He holds his breath in that pool too and swims around. And it is just so incredible to watch all that he's learning and growing. And by the end of the summer, I can only imagine how much more he's going to learn and how much stronger of a swimmer he is going to become. I know even my husband has been totally shocked to watch him swim, and it is just really cool to be able to raise a little child and just watch them grow and develop and learn all these new skills. And I just love that he has no fear about the water. He is just enjoying it so much. I absolutely love swimming, so that's always been like a big hope of mine, is that he is going to love it too. And we're just going to spend summers swimming, which is what I love to do the most in the summertime. What is your favorite activity to do with your kids in the summer? The dishes are unloaded and reloaded into the dishwasher. I cleaned the ones I like to clean by hand. Now we are going to scrub out the sink, which was one of the most fun parts, most satisfying. It's just relaxing, and you just instantly feel like your whole house is totally clean when the sink is cleaned out as well. So we are on a roll here, getting through the cleaning tasks that I had on my list that I wanted to do. I didn't make a very big list, just achievable, doable things that are gonna make my day run a bit smoother. So if you're cleaning alongside me, I hope I'm encouraging you and that you're getting your to-do list too. If you do your to-do list after watching me, I hope that you enjoy these few little moments of getting your house tidy to just reset yourself in your mental status and be able to check off these things on your list to enjoy the time with your kids here in the crazy, chaotic times of the summer. Hopefully next week when we are back to our normal schedule, my son is back in daycare and it's just like our normal routine of life, I'll be able to film and post a little bit more. I've only posted one day a week for the last 2 weeks, and that is not what I do. I've never done for the past couple of years that I've been posting on this channel. Usually I do typically post every Tuesday and Friday. The last couple weeks, I think I've only been able to post on Tuesday. It's just been so busy. I haven't had time to film. I've barely had time to keep up with my house, and it's just been so crazy around here. And I'm sure you are all in that same place where these schedules and routines are just a little bit off and can be overwhelming, but it's totally fine because this season of life is so short. It's so fast. The summers go by so extremely fast. So the housework can always wait. It's most important to enjoy this time with your kids, because if you think about it, next year they're going to be like completely different people. My son is going to be starting preschool the end of August, and I keep thinking about that, all the things that he's going to learn from preschool. By this time next year, he's going to be a completely different person. And when I look back to last year, he was completely different then as well. We finished my cleaning tasks that I wanted to get done. Now we're gonna move on to decluttering and organizing this hutch. I have not touched this hutch in quite a while. I just need to figure out what is all stored in here, what we need to keep, what we don't use anymore and just sits in here collecting dust. And I'm a little nervous because I honestly have not been in these drawers and cabinets in quite a while. I know the middle drawers that I'm not gonna really touch are tablecloths that we use during the holidays, so those just stay in there. This drawer that I just opened and closed was a whole bunch of plastic silverware we use a lot throughout events or holidays, so I'm gonna leave all those in there as well. This drawer was like a junk drawer. There was so much stuff in this drawer. I just took everything out, weeded through, like there's Halloween bags in here. I have a whole Halloween fall decor bin in our basement, so those are gonna go in there. I don't need them to just live here and probably won't be used since I don't know that they're in here, things like that. So I'm just gonna weed through here, declutter, reorganize, get things in their homes that actually make sense for me to find them when I need them. And I'm sure you have an area in your house that you could quickly go through and declutter, reorganize some drawers or cabinets you haven't been in a very long time that just have a whole bunch of stuff you probably don't even know that it's there. So take some time today and pick one small area to declutter. And in these cabinets, this cabinet was chock full of all kinds of random stuff. Most of it I kind of left because it was things my husband needed. We had a bunch of cabinet locks that I guess my husband had gotten when my son was a baby, thinking that I was gonna lock up the whole kitchen. And yeah, they were unopened boxes. That's just not something I even thought of doing. My son wasn't one that went into cabinets all that often or drawers or anything. I used a scrunchie to tie up the cabinet underneath the sink, and that worked totally fine. Sometimes he played with the pots and pans, but hardly. He has so much toys. He has his own little kitchen in our kitchen too that it wasn't an issue at all. We do have some doorknobs to keep him not going down the basement stairs or not continuously to go into the pantry because he was making a mess in there. And there's gates to protect him from the stairs as well. So there's a lot of things in here that we never use, so we'll have to figure out somebody to give them away to that are looking for them. I'm not really sure. So there was some things in here that I kind of had to leave, other things I decluttered, but it felt really good to get this little project off my plate and accomplished. This is going to end off today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and get some cleaning, decluttering, and organizing done around your house as well. If you have not yet, I'd love for you to subscribe. I post my videos every Tuesday and Friday. I hope you have a great rest of your week.